that are in the 70s, plus northeastern Texas, temperatures are in the upper 60s to upper 70s. Southern Texas, temperatures are in the 80s. The Ohio Valley, the entirety of the Ohio Valley has temperatures in the 50s to low 60s. The Great Lakes region, temperatures throughout Wisconsin and Michigan, they are in the upper 40s to mid 50s. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let's see in the Dakota. Let's start off with Minnesota. Temperatures are in the upper 40s to mid 50s. In the Dakotas, start off with North Dakota. Temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. South Dakota, upper 50s to low 70s. In Iowa, you get temperatures that are in the upper 50s to low 60s. In Missouri, just temperatures are in the upper 50s to mid 60s. Kansas, temperatures are in the 60s. Nebraska, temperatures are in the 60s to mid 70s. In Montana, temperatures range from 48 in well, let's just split the state into two. Well, you have on the eastern half of Montana, temperatures range from 53 in Winnett to 70 in Billings. Then on the western side, temperatures range from the mid 40s to low 50s. I mean, when you come to think of it, winds, well, you have a huge temperature contrast between Harlem, Glasgow, and Winnett to Billings and Miles City. In northern Idaho, temperatures are in the 40s. Southern half of Idaho, temperatures are in the 50s. In Wyoming, temperatures are in the mid 50s to upper 60s. In Colorado, you got temperatures that are in the low 60s to mid 70s, 62 in Grand Junction to 77 in Denver. Okay, hold on a minute. In Utah, you have temperatures ranging from 59 in Vernal to 75 in St. George, but overall temperatures are in the 60s to low 70s elsewhere. In Nevada, temperatures are in the 60s throughout much of Nevada, but down south they're in the 70s to low 80s. In New Mexico, you have temperatures that range from 66 in Farmington to 75 in Carlsbad. In Arizona, on the northern side, temperatures are in the 60s to low 70, upper 70s, where you have 64 in Alpine and Flagstaff to 79 in Kingman. In the southern half, temperatures are in the 80s to low 90s in places like Phoenix, Tucson, and Yuma. Hold on. All right. California, we have temperatures 61 in Eureka. The Bay Area has temperatures that are in the upper 60s, mid 70s. 80 in LA, 75 in San Diego, 89 in Indio. Then temperatures all across the Central Valley, California, they're in the 70s to low 80s. In Oregon, you have temperatures that are in the 50s to low 60s. Washington State, you have 37 in Trail to 59 in Seattle, 57 in Yakima, Wenatchee, 52 in 53 in Spokane, and 61 in Walla Walla. It's quite a variety of temperatures throughout Washington State, depending on terrain and location, though. As well as the temperature profile. All right, let's take a look at gusts. Now, I did point it out that there have been red flag warnings in northern New England and as well as Colorado. So let's take a look. Okay, so there are plenty of gusts throughout the Appalachian parts of the east, throughout much of the East Coast. They have gusts moving around to up to 30 at the minimum to about 60 miles an hour in some places. And the Ohio Valley has gusts that are moving around 40 to 50 to 60 miles an hour in some places. Places like eastern Lake Michigan, they have as much as 65 for the estimated gusts. And as far south as Tennessee and North Carolina and Georgia. As a result of a cold front and stationary front that's moving through the Ohio Valley, parts of the Great Lakes, the Appalachian Mountains, and parts of the Southeast. And we go to the west, where there are a lot of strong gusts. Some places may have as much as 80 plus miles per hour in gusts in places like Wyoming, Montana, Washington State and Oregon, and southern Idaho. But elsewhere, in places like other places in Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and parts of California, about as much as 40 to 60 miles an hour in gusts. New Mexico, about as much as 40 to 50 miles an hour in gusts. In some places in the Great Plains, though, about as much as up to 40 miles an hour in gusts. That's part of the problem, so. Humidity, though. Well, humidity in the northern part of New England, yes, the humidity level, the relative humidity is about as much as 40%, but that could change because you have this advancing front that could make red flag warnings disappear right off the bat. I mean, they did say just about a few hours, though, but with this system moving, that's going to increase the relative humidity because temperatures are going down. And you have a lot more of this dry air to deal with in Colorado, though it's going to be very, very persistent right now for the next couple of hours to a few days. But a lot of dry air to deal with throughout the places like the Mississippi Valley, all the way to California, and as well as the Dakotas and Montana. Rainfall accumulation. Let me just move this for about 20. Hey, Wild, welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Hope that you were able to take pictures today. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, and how's the weather for your area, Wild? Okay, so for the next 24 hours, you have a lot of rainfall. Could be as much as about 2 inches of rain throughout New England, upstate New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Though along the coast, in places like in the New York City area, all the way down to Washington, probably as much as half an inch of rain at the most. Well, Boston will receive just about an inch of rain. Nothing much in the southeast except for Florida, where they could get as much as about a half an inch of rain in some places. From Jacksonville to Tampa to Miami. In the northern plains. But huge range of about... No, not huge range. There would be a range of rainfall accumulations of around a half to a whole inch of rain. In the northwestern part of the country. About as much as half an inch of rain to an inch of rain just located on the western side of the Cascades, Bitterroot Mountains of Idaho and Northern Rockies. Any new snow in the next 24 hours? Hold on a minute. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking the mic. So, Wild, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm heard. Yeah, just so that Just that, you know, well, that I'm not like talking like to myself just because I thought, oh no, is my mic muted? It's not you, Wild. It's the mic. But if you haven't heard, how are you? How's your weekend so far? Gonna start getting colder now. It's about 3 degrees Celsius or 37 Fahrenheit in the morning. 11 degrees Celsius or 52 Fahrenheit in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies, but the clouds gradually started disappearing in the afternoon. I heard, don't worry. Oh, thank you, Wild. Thank you. All right, that's good to hear. Although, the cloud coverage may set the mood. Yeah, every time. Just making, the sky and the day feel somewhat lame, like bored or something. But once the clouds disappear, then it gets bright and the mood too. There are plenty of snowfall amounts ranging from about 3 inches to a foot to maybe a foot and a half of snow in some places in the northern Rockies, and just about a foot of snow in some places in the Cascades. Right. But it'd be better to consult with your local officials just so that you get a better idea of what the real-time estimates will be for the next 24 hours. They're the ones that give you the actual information, as well as gusts and wind speed and wind direction, for which these are just estimates that everyone is seeing here. Now moving on to the upper part of the atmosphere. We do have a trough just north of Montana, and another trough just over the Great Lakes region, and another one north of Lake Superior. A ridge just over the Rio Grande Valley, and an upper level low just sitting southwest of California. And another ridge just off of the Outer Banks. Sorry. What does this mean? Well, it means that we do have plenty of storms to deal with throughout places like the Ohio Valley, the Appalachian Mountains, as well as the Northern Rockies. And although some parts of the Cascades are dealing with some wet weather right now, so that's what we have, a thing called onshore flow. Got some rain coming up either tomorrow or Tuesday, and lower temperatures this week. I might wonder if I might get some snow. Well, we'll see about that Wild in about a few minutes. Let's see what we got. We do have a trough. It's going to occur throughout the northern plains, and another trough over New England. And there is going to be a ridge over Northern California, and another ridge, but a flat one just over the southeast now. And there is an upper level low just off of the California coast, which means there could be wet weather in the making throughout Southern California. Could be. Not too sure about that trough. Yeah, that part there, that is going to be it's going to be a pain for you, Wild, because there's going to be storms that are approaching in your area, as well as those down along the upper to mid-Mississippi Valley, and parts of New England as well, and parts of the Pacific Northwest too. That's for tomorrow night, though. So what about Tuesday night? Tuesday night, there is going to be a trough over the Great Lakes region, and another trough just offshore from Baja California and California too. A ridge will be over Oregon, and another ridge over the Rio Grande Valley.